Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and what you're looking at here today is a Loquat bush, rather than a tree, planted at my parents'. Now the plant was originally mine, although it was always growing at my parents'. I had it in a large container. I'm not going to bore you with going into the whole story of what happened to it and how it got storm damaged and why we had to transplant it into the ground, or how long it's taken to recover. If you're interested in that, then if you go to my Loquats playlist, there will be videos going back to when it was first put in the ground and what happened to it and why it's now here rather than in my garden. But what's drawn my attention to it is I've been watching my good friend Joe at Joe's Tropicals video on his Loquat in his garden, and he's already got flower buds starting to appear, which is quite unusual for Loquats in this country, seasonally speaking. You will, if you go and look at large Loquats here, probably find the odd flower buds on them, but normally they flower here from sort of late October, November onwards and into December. So the flowers are extremely prone to damage from cold weather and extremely wet weather. It tends to rot the flower inflorescences. But what interested me to have a closer look at this was the fact that Joe's one has got flower buds appearing on it in August, which means he'll probably get flowers in September, October, which of course would be better for fruit set as there's plenty of insects around, and then you have to hope that the embryo fruits might survive the winter. But I've had a look at this, and I'm pleased to say that I've also managed to find some flower buds on it. Now it's taken 2 or 3 years to recover from its transplant shock, and you can see plenty of new growth on the plant, new shoots coming out. They tend to have 2 or 3 growth spurts a year, but in looking closely at the plant, I have discovered this. Whether or not I can film the measles is another matter. Now I hope that you'll be able to see in there that that's a flower bud inflorescence developing rather than new shoots, because obviously when you look at the new shoots like that, there are no flower buds. There's also another one up here. Interestingly, it's at the back of the plant where it's more sheltered, and we have had extremely dry weather, which I thought might have set the plant back, but these are quite drought tolerant. But you can clearly see there the beginnings of a flower inflorescence, and looking lower down on the plant, that's also a flower inflorescence there, and on the shoot next to it, and potentially there as well. Now I'm guessing from the way they're developing that they're probably, I'm pretty sure on this plant, going to be opening up by the end of September, which would be very promising. As yet I can't see any flower inflorescences developing on any of the smaller branches near the front, but given the fact that it normally flowers early in winter, I think there is a possibility that some of these other shoots, after they've matured for a month or two, might develop flowers late in autumn or early in winter. But it's quite exciting to see flower buds appearing on this one at last, after it's taken 2 or 3 years to recover, and even more so, like Joe's, perhaps the hot weather's triggered them. The early production of flowers gives a much better chance of pollination. So that's an unnamed Loquat. I had the plant for many years in a container. Apologies for the planes flying overhead. I had it for many years in a container, which should have kept its growth quite compact, although it did get to a good size. I'm pretty sure it was either grown from seed or bought possibly I bought it as a seedling, but we must be talking, this must be at least 20-25 years old, this plant. But doing well, seems to have got itself re-established, so I'm hoping in the future to see a lot more in the way of new growth and flowers as it's now finally got itself settled. Anyway, I thought that might interest a Loquat enthusiast. Not a name variety like the two I have, which are also recovering well, and I'll feature in a separate video. But I thought you'd be interested to see flower buds developing right at the end of August, which is extremely early. I think I've spotted another one over there as well. Let's have a look, see. Don't know if that's the one I showed, but the first one I showed, but yeah, there's flower buds coming up there as well. Fabulous stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, much appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. You're welcome to share the video if you think anyone might be interested. Please subscribe to my channel. And remember to click on the bell if you'd like to get updates on new videos when they come out, which will include obviously updates on when the flowers open on this Loquat. Catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.